All right, property leaders. This is Anthony Russell, former U.S. Army Sergeant, now property leader. Today, I want to answer a question for you here. I was trolling through the Renometer property management discussion group over on Facebook, and I came across Adrian Hughes, who has an excellent question, and I wanted to share it with you because this is a common problem. I've actually run into this problem. Adrian says, good morning. She needs some insight on bills. She has some tenants who need to pay water and sewage. The water and sewage bills are required to remain in the owner's name. This is actually pretty common. I know that we have rentals that the city requires the water bill remain in my name, in the owner's name, even though the units are separately metered. We have a separate meter for every unit, and the city still requires that we keep it in our name. So this is a common problem. Adrian, she wrote quite a bit here, but the long and short of it, from what I can get, is she's having issues. She's having issues getting the tenants to pay on time and consistently. And this is a common problem. She says she is using mail, like snail mail. She's texting them, emailing them, and she's hand delivering these bills. Good Lord. And the tenants there's arguments. They don't know when to pay. They don't want to pay. Got it. Check it out, Adrian. I responded to your post here. We had a nice conversation. I want to share it with everybody because this is a good question. There's lots of ways to crack this nut. And I did have this issue for quite a while when I was collecting rent by hand. When I grew to a point where my rentals were too far apart for me to be driving all over God's creation to get rent from people, I moved over to an online billing system. Once I moved over to an online billing system, it was like, I don't know, gates just open. It was easy. It was easy after that. So what I did was I used, so Buildium doesn't sponsor me, not a paid promotion, but Buildium, that's the platform I use. I have it set up to bill our tenants monthly. I think they get invoiced 5 or 6 days before the first, and then they have to pay by the first. If they don't pay, it automatically applies a late fee. And I usually go in for the tenants that have water bills, and I add their water bill to their rent. It's also part of their lease. In their lease, it says specifically, on the 1st by 5 p.m., the tenants must pay rent in full, and then if they have a water bill plus monthly water bill, it's included in the rent. And then when they go in there to pay their rent, there's no splitting it. They have to pay the full thing. They have to pay the full rent. They have to pay the full water bill. And if they don't pay even 1 penny, if they're 1 penny short, it doesn't let them pay. So there's no problems around collecting the full amount of rent or when it was due or them knowing the amount. Like, it's all there. This also solved another problem that I think a lot of people have, where if you collect half of the rent today in cash, and the tenant tells you they play I'm going to pay you $100 today and I'll pay you $400 tomorrow, or vice versa, or whatever. And then tomorrow comes and they don't have the rent. In a lot of places, you can't evict them. You're not allowed to evict them. If they pay even a penny toward the rent, you're not allowed to evict them. So tenants know this, and they will, not all tenants, some tenants will try and get away with this nonsense. So the online billing system prevents this from happening. They can't pay $1 today and $100 tomorrow. It just doesn't work. You got to pay the full amount today, and that's it. Either the rent's in or it's not in. I hope that answers your question, Adrian. I know that it's going to help a lot of people to hear that, because like I said, I know this is a common issue. Keep the good questions coming. And Adrian, if you'd like, hit me up on Facebook, Leadership for Landlords, and I'll send you a free digital copy of my book, Leadership for Landlords. All right, property leaders, you guys have a great day.